Hello everyone, myself Prashant Tyagi from Team Lexus and Company. I hope you all guys are safe and healthy. Today in this video, I am going to discuss about the Environment Protection Act 1986. This act includes 4 chapters. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about the 2 chapters of this act. Before starting our introduction to the act, it is the overview of this act that simplifies the meaning of the act. An act to provide for the protection and improvement of environment and matters connected with. The decisions were taken at the United Nations Conference on the Human Environment held at Stockholm in June 1972, in which India participated to take appropriate steps for the protection and improvement of human environment. It is considered necessary further to implement the decisions aforesaid in so far as they relate to the protection and improvement of environment and the prevention of hazards to human beings. This act enacted by Parliament in the 37th year of the Republic of India. Now we discuss the chapter first of this act, that is preliminary. The first point of the chapter first is title, extent and commencement. This act may be called the Environment Protection Act 1986. It extends to the whole of India. It shall come into force on such date as the central government may be notification in the official gazette. Appointed different dates may be appointed for different provisions. There are several definitions that defines the Environment Protection Act. Some of them are: environment includes water, air, and land, and the interrelationship which exists among the water, air, and land, and human beings and other living creatures, plant, microorganism, and property. Environment pollutant means any solid, liquid, or gaseous substance present in such concentration as may be or tend to be injurious to the environment. Environment pollution means the presence in the environment of any environment pollutant. Now we discuss about the chapter 2, that is general powers of the central government. First power of the central government to take measures to protect and improve environment. Subject to the provisions of this act, the central government shall have the powers to take such all measures as it deems necessary for the protection of the environment, in a particular and without prejudice to the generality of the provisions of the subsection 1, which include measures with respect to all of the any of the matters. Coordination of actions by the state governments, officers and other authorities under this act or the rules made thereunder or. Planning and execution of national-wide program for the prevention, control and abatement of environment protection. Laying down standards for the quality of environment in its various aspects. Laying down standards for emission or discharge of environment pollutants from various sources. Restrictions of area in which any industries, operations or process or class of industries, operations or process shall not carried out or shall be carried out subject to certain safeguards. Laying down procedures and safeguards for the prevention of accidents which may cause environmental pollution and remedial measures for such accidents. Laying down procedures and safeguards for the handling of hazardous substances. Examination of such manufacturing processes, materials and substances are likely to cause environment protection. Carrying out and sponsoring investigations and researching relating to problems of environment pollution. Inspection of any premises, plant, equipment, machinery, manufacturing processes, materials, substances and giving by order of such directions to such authorities to prevention and control and abatement of environmental pollution. Establishment of recognition of environmental laboratories and institutes to carry out the functions entrusted to such environment laboratories and institutes under this act. Collection and dissemination of information in respect of matters relating to environment pollution. Preparation of manuals codes, or guides relating to the prevention, control, and abatement of environmental pollution. Such other matters as the central government deems necessary or expedient for the purpose of securing the effective implementation of the provisions of this Act. Another point of the Chapter 2 of the Environment Protection Act: appointment of officers and their powers and function. Without prejudice to the provisions of subsection 3 of the Section 3, the central government may appoint officers with which designation as it thinks fit for the purposes of this Act, and may entrust to them such of the powers and functions under this Act as it deems fit. The officers appointed under Section 1 shall be subject to the general control and direction of central government. Power to give directions. Notwithstanding anything contained in any other law but subject to the provisions of this Act, the central government may, in the exercise of its powers and performance of its functions under this Act, issue directions in which to any person, officer, or any authority, and such person, officer, or authority shall be bound to comply with such directions. Rules to regulate environmental pollution. The central government may, by notification in the official gazette, make rules in respect of all or any of the matters referred to in Section 3, in a particular and without prejudice to the generality of the foregoing power. Such rules may provide for all of any of the matters. These all above points, chapters, signifies the meaning of the Environment Protection Act 1986. In this video, I have discussed 2 chapters of the Environment Protection Act. The remaining other chapters of the Environment Protection Act will be discussed in another video. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a nice day.